It's all come down to this, the All Blacks preparing for their 5th Rugby World Cup final and a chance to become the first team in history to lift the Webb Ellis Cup 4 times.
Both mentally and physically, we're ready for this. We're quite excited already, and like I said last week, we're probably just going to have to hold the boys back a little bit.
Standing in their way, the Springboks, defending champions and also vying for a 4th title.
It's good to meet them. And it's obviously where you will decide who's really number one.
The All Blacks tackling this week in the same fashion they have the past 2, focusing on the now. Their opponents, on the other hand, trying not to get caught up in untimely drama, as South Africa's rugby union looks into a claim by England flanker Tom Curry that he was the subject of an alleged discriminatory remark by Springboks hooker Bongi Mbonambi in the team's semi-final match.
Apparently that's been dealt with World Rugby and SA Rugby at the moment. As I said, I concentrate mainly on the rugby part. He's a calm guy, actually. He's a very calm guy. It's not a really big thing.
He's answered, I think, about 6 questions already on Bongi. Can we please move on to the rugby now?
It's been a rather wet start to the week here in Paris, and the rain is expected to hang around for game day. It could see more kicking and a change in game plan on the pitch, but up until then, both sides are confident the wet won't hinder preparations.
We know the way we want to play. We back ourselves to that. We've trained the skill set to function in the wet. It was a little bit slippery the other day. Most grounds that we find that we've come to, there's been some dew or some wetness on the ground, and we've been able to handle that.
I can tell you, assure you, the big boys, they appreciate the colder weather. And no, circumstances is one thing. I mean, for them, it will be the same for us. Luckily, we will play in the same grounds.
Meanwhile, this week marks the end of the road for a number of All Blacks players, coaches and management. Simon Whitelock set to go out as the most capped All Black, while the likes of Dane Coles will also hang his boots, clearly leaving behind a strong impact on those younger players in the squad.
Bit emotional, like a little bit, because I'm like, it's the last week with Granddad, so but like Tamari said, we'll leave the reflecting to afterwards, and I'm sure we'll have a few quiet ones and talk about how much he obviously developed me as a player, but not just a rugby player, but as a human being as well. He's a top man.
Legacies, pride and history all on the line for a side keen to finish writing the book of what could be one of their greatest ever redemption stories. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.